Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So we got a young lady here that's calling her fellow young ladies out in her generation about their behavior and their entitlement when it comes to men, right? And how they interact with men. So I'm gonna let the young lady speak. Of course, she, is going to be cursing a bit, so just be aware of that. But she not lying, whether you like her crass language or not. So we're gonna let her speak.
It's gonna ruffle a few feathers, probably a lot of feathers, but I really don't give a fuck. Like I'm the don't give a fuck queen for real, for real. But I really do feel bad for these men in this generation because you bitches in this generation is so fucking unserious. Like y'all so unrealistic. Y'all really be on the internet talking about some. Oh, it costs to DM me. It costs to talk to me. It costs this, costs that. Give me some money, pay for a bit. Bitch, who is you? Bitch, you not Beyonce, bitch. Bitch, who is you? And let's bring looks into it. A lot of you bitches be mid as fuck. Y'all be fives. You don't even be a 6 or a 7, bitch. You a 5. And you talking about some pay for this, pay for that, pay a bill. Bitch, you pay your bills, bitch. Them your bills, bitch. Why do y'all feel so obligated just because a man want to compliment you? Just because a man, being a man, he see a beautiful woman in his eyes, he got to pay for something? To compliment you, he gotta pay for something to motherfucking inbox you, DM you, and tell you pretty, bitch. You can't just say thank you and move on about your day. You don't have to hold a conversation with the nigga. You don't have to do that. You could simply say thank you and move along, but you bitches is so mean, so like y'all just I wouldn't fuck with you bitches if I was a man. I'm telling you that right now.
And I'm trying to figure out where she's lying. She's basically calling out the behavior that she sees among her peers. She see how y'all acting. This isn't even nothing about what the men told her or anything. She's within the group. She's a young woman, right? Probably got a couple of guys in her DMs, whatever the case. Got a friend group, talking to her girls, seeing how other chicks is moving. And she doesn't think it makes much sense, to the point where she came to the conclusion that if I was a man in this generation, I wouldn't mess with y'all because you have nasty attitudes. Let's point out the things that she pointed out. You got towards the end, she pointed out nasty attitude. Instead of saying thank you for compliments, you can't just say thank you and move along. You got to try to have some kind of conversation. And the conversation, your part of the conversation is, it's condescending. It's with an attitude, you talking slick at the dude. Now you want, because he paid you some attention, you think that entitles you to some part of his money, or he got to pay. Like she said, you got to pay for this, pay for that, pay for talking to me, pay for this. And she was like, who do you think you are? That was her next question. Who do you think you are? You're not Beyonce. In other words, you're not fine and successful, and you're not as beautiful as her, and you're not in her realm. So why are you trying to act as if you are, or as if men should treat you like that? And then she brought looks into it. She said, y'all are ugly. Y'all are average to ugly. And you still trying to have the same conversations that better looking women are having with these same men, without understanding that pretty privilege is a thing. The things that an 8 can get away with, a 5 better not. And you can think that's unfair, and maybe it is, but life is unfair. Okay? Life is unfair. Used to be a time where average chicks understood that they needed to develop a personality in order to have any shot at all with any decent guy. You know you're ugly. Okay? You either ugly or you right at average. You nothing to write home about. Nothing to write home about. I keep telling y'all, looks is on a scale. There are objectively ugly and objectively pretty people. People who pretty much 99% of everybody gonna look at and say they're handsome or pretty, or nah, they ugly. Can't do it. That's reserved for the two extreme ends of the spectrum. 9s and 10s among the men and the women are the objectively beautiful people. The 1s and 2s for men and the women are the objectively ugly ones. Everybody else in the middle, that's subjective. That's when we can apply beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Because a 6, a woman walking around as a 6, not gonna be appealing to every man, but it's gonna be some man that thinks she's pretty. Same with a 5. You see what I'm saying? Every man not gonna think, if you're a 5 or 6, every man don't think you pretty. More often than not, they not gonna think you pretty. You alright, maybe. And that depends on how you presented yourself. That depends on whether your body nice. That depends on, you know what I'm saying, how you dressed, how you acting. All of that stuff comes into play. Things come into play for us average women that don't come into play with pretty women. Because if she real fine, it don't matter if she dressed down. She got on some sweats and ain't got no makeup on. If she fine without makeup, she fine without makeup. Is what it is. If you got to put a little something on your face in order, you know what I'm saying, and you got to kind of dress up a little bit, you got to spruce up a little bit in order to be, it is what it is. But y'all don't think that y'all think the men are being unfair when this is a standard that's been going on forever. Y'all trying to change the standard, but the standard did not change. Men have always expected the less you have in looks, the more you have in other stuff that they like. Personality, your body nice, you dress nice. You know what I'm saying? You got a little style, you got a little flair, you got more femininity, things of that nature, to try to make up for the fact that you ugly. A chick that's fine ain't gotta have the personality, and a lot of times they don't, because the world been kissing they butt because they fine. So they don't have good interpersonal skills. And I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying a lot of times they get attention without trying and without having to have the dope personality and this, and they don't have to develop that. Because men are going to let them pass with their subpar behavior because they have above par looks. It's just the way it is. I don't know why y'all mad at that. That's been forever. Right? Y'all do men the same way. Y'all do men a similar way. If he don't, you know what I'm saying, have the, you know what I'm saying, the energy around him, the masculinity or this and that, he got to have something else to make up for. He got to pick a struggle. He can't be not having money, lack the masculine energy, and he ugly, and he fat, and he don't take care of stuff. Like, he can't have all them stripes. He can't. And expect that he's supposed to get the same kind of treatment that a man that look good, got himself together, got a couple of dollars. But the difference is most men know that. Most men know that if I want to get some different kind of attention, you know, I got a little belly, let me get in the gym, let me look better. You know what I'm saying? I can lose the weight. You feel me? Let me get my money up a little bit. Something. Y'all chicks don't even be trying to do all that and think that the world's supposed to behave the same way between a 5 and an 8, and it's not. And y'all are entitled, and y'all are ridiculous. And here you have one of your peers. So you can't say she old and she hating on the young chicks getting, no. She's one of the young chicks. And she cute too, and she ain't even got no makeup on. So now what? Be mad at her? Right. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.